Do you want to save more money from your limited income? This question is often asked but rarely answered satisfactorily. Today we'll aim to change that. We're here to show you that saving money isn't an exclusive club for the rich. No matter how big or small your income, we all can, and should, save. The importance of money saving cannot be overstated. It's a crucial tool for financial stability and independence. So, are you ready to take the first step towards better financial management? The first step to saving money is understanding where it's going. Think about it. How can you save money if you don't even know where it's disappearing to? That's why the first step in this money-saving journey is to analyze your spending. And no, this doesn't mean you have to become a financial analyst overnight. It's about gaining a clear picture of where your hard-earned money is being spent. Now, you might be wondering, how exactly do I track my expenses? Well, there are several ways to do this, and the best part is, you can choose the method that suits you best. For the old school folks, a simple notebook and pen will do the trick. Just jot down all your expenses, no matter how small they may seem. Those daily coffees can add up, trust me. For those who prefer a more digital approach, there are numerous apps out there designed specifically for tracking expenses. These apps can categorize your spending, generate reports, and even alert you when you're about to go over budget. And then there are spreadsheets. Yes, I know, it sounds tedious, but they can be an incredibly powerful tool in understanding your spending. You can customize them to your liking, and they give you a comprehensive overview of your financial situation. But here's the thing. Everyone has different spending habits, so what works for one person might not work for you. The key is to find the method that you're comfortable with and stick with it. One more thing, this isn't about judging your spending habits. We all have our guilty pleasures, and that's okay. This is about understanding where your money is going so you can make informed decisions about your spending. It's about taking control of your financial future. So start tracking your expenses today. Be consistent, be honest, and most importantly, be patient. Change takes time, but with effort and persistence, you'll start to see the benefits. Remember, the goal is to understand your spending, not judge it. Now that you know where your money is going, it's time to create a budget. But what exactly is a budget? In the simplest terms, a budget is a plan for your money. It's a roadmap that shows you how to reach your financial destinations. Creating a budget is not as daunting as it sounds. It's all about understanding your income and expenses, and then making smart choices about where your money goes. Start by listing down all your sources of income. This could be your paycheck, any freelance work, or even the money you make from a garage sale. Next, jot down all your expenses. Make sure to include everything from your rent or mortgage to your daily coffee. Once you've done this, subtract your expenses from your income. If you're left with a positive number, great, this is your surplus. If it's a negative number, don't panic. This is your deficit, and it just means that you're spending more than you're earning. This brings us to the importance of setting realistic, achievable goals. If you're in a deficit, your goal could be to break even or to start saving a small amount each month. If you're already in a surplus, think about how you could save or invest more. Remember, these goals should be achievable. Setting unrealistic goals will only lead to frustration and may even discourage you from budgeting altogether. Now here's something important to remember. A budget is not set in stone. It's a living document that can and should be adjusted as needed. Life is unpredictable and your budget should be able to adapt to changes. Maybe you got a raise at work, or maybe your car broke down and you had to pay for repairs. In such cases, revisit your budget and make necessary adjustments. A budget isn't a punishment, it's a tool to help you take control of your money. It's like a compass that points you in the direction of financial stability and freedom. So go ahead and create that budget. Your future self will thank you. Scene script. Let's talk about how to save money on the things you can't live without. First off, groceries. Everyone needs food, but there are ways to save without sacrificing nutrition or taste. Start by planning your meals around what's on sale. Many stores offer weekly deals on produce, meats, and dairy items. Next up, consider buying in bulk. Items like rice, pasta, and canned goods often cost less per serving when bought in larger quantities. And don't forget about coupons. They may seem old school, but they can shave off a decent chunk of your bill. Now, on to utilities. Energy costs can put a significant dent in your budget, but there are ways to keep them down. For instance, consider using energy-efficient light bulbs. They may cost a bit more upfront, but they last longer and use less electricity. Also, look into reducing your water usage. Taking shorter showers and fixing leaky faucets can make a noticeable difference in your water bill. Next, let's talk about housing. If you're renting, consider negotiating your lease. Many landlords are willing to lower rent for longer lease terms. And, if you're open to it, getting a roommate can cut your housing cost in half. If you own your home, consider refinancing your mortgage. With interest rates at historic lows, you could potentially save hundreds a month. And finally, transportation. If you own a car, regular maintenance can prevent costly repairs down the line. If you live in a city, consider using public transportation or biking. Not only will you save on gas and parking, but you're also doing the planet a favor. Remember, saving money isn't about depriving yourself, it's about making smart choices. It's about looking at what you need and finding ways to get it for less. Each of these tips may only save you a little bit, but when you add them all up, you'll find you're saving a lot. Small savings on essentials can add up to big savings over time. Saving money doesn't mean you have to give up everything you love. This is a common misconception that we're going to debunk right now. Let's talk about how you can save on non-essentials, like entertainment and dining, without sucking the joy out of life. First, let's tackle entertainment. It's a big part of our lives, right? But it doesn't have to be a big part of our budget. One way to save is by taking advantage of free events in your community. Local libraries, community centers, and parks often host free concerts, movie nights, and festivals. You can have a great time without spending a dime. But what if you're a movie buff or a music lover? Subscription services can be a drain on your wallet. Instead, consider sharing the cost with a friend or family member. Most services allow multiple users, so you can split the cost and still have access to all the entertainment you want. Now let's talk about dining. Eating out can be a treat, but it can also eat into your budget. One way to save without sacrificing your love for good food is by cooking at home. You'd be surprised how much you can save by swapping a few restaurant meals for home-cooked ones. Plus, cooking can be a fun and relaxing activity. You can even invite friends over and make it a social event. Even when you do decide to treat yourself to a meal out, there are ways to save. Many restaurants offer early bird specials, discounts on certain days, or coupons. Sign up for your favorite restaurants' mailing lists or check their social media pages for deals. And remember, water is always free. Opting for water instead of soda or alcohol can save you a few bucks each time you dine out. Lastly, don't forget about the power of negotiation. Whether it's your gym membership or cable bill, there's often room to negotiate a lower price. It never hurts to ask. Remember, the goal isn't to eliminate fun, it's to find ways to have fun without breaking the bank. And with these tips, you're well on your way to doing just that. Let's recap everything we've talked about today. We started off by asking ourselves the big question: can we save money even when our income seems limited? And the answer, we found, is a resounding yes. We then dove into the nitty-gritty of understanding our spending. By taking a good look at our expenses, we were able to identify where our money is going. And this, my friends, is the first step towards better financial management. Next, we talked about the importance of creating a budget. A budget is not just about restricting spending, it's about making informed decisions. It enables us to control our money rather than letting our money control us. We then explored ways to save on essentials. We saw how little changes like choosing generic brands or consolidating trips to the grocery store can make a big difference in the long run. Moving on, we discussed saving on non-essentials. Remember, it's not about completely cutting out the things we enjoy, but about finding a balance. Maybe it's about choosing a home workout over a gym membership, or making coffee at home instead of buying it on the way to work. So, there you have it. The journey to saving money isn't always easy, but it's definitely worthwhile. Remember, every little bit counts. Start today, and before you know it, you'll be well on your way to a brighter financial future.